back, because if mentally you're kind of weak, or spiritually you're kind of weak, and you're kind of going through this spiritual growth, wearing colors and clothes actually does affect your emotions, your mentality. You might wake up nice and fresh and positive, and you throw on your black clothes and you go outside, and all of a sudden you're tense. You're like, well, why am I so angry? Why am I so tense? Why am I so in defense? And that's because you probably have on black clothes, and it's probably attracting some negative energy based in the area that you are, And you're empath. Most people who are starting the class awaken that in them, and you start to feel so much energy from outside. I don't like people like that, believe it or not, even though I love helping people, but I feel their stuff. So if I'm in the middle of a crowd, Chino knows, I get like, we gotta go. I don't have my protections on. I am feeling too much of energy. That one's depressed, and this one's through a breakup. Now, honey, I don't want to go through a breakup, so I'm not trying to feel no breakup. So you really, but I'm passing the break right behind you. Remember, we were talking about an amarre. This is a little short because this could actually be tied around people for if they need to be grounded, stability and all that. You put it on your left ankle, kind of bring you down and keep you grounded. We're not going to speak about that one.
I was going to say that was from my cousin. She's a twig. That's
for
her waist.
So, this is for her waist.
She's a twig. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, she is. Well, this is for somebody's waist, honey. So I thought this was for somebody's ankle.
As you can see, my cousin clearly got the good metabolism. So
yeah, she's two shakes from a small person. And I'm gonna say, I'm trying to be politically correct here. A small person. I'm a little bit afraid of small people because that's why, because I'm small people they're a little too fast for me, and they surprise me. Get a little afraid. But anyways, you take your braid, this is unfinished. Now you add little bells, kind of like a Santa Claus, but the little jingles. You put it here, maybe 3 on this and 3 on this end. You soak it in some rum, some Florida water. You blow some cigar smoke in there. And then you just, you put it on the altar, you put some energy. You may want to dry under the moonlight into the daylight, so you kind of get, night and day blessings on it too. You wear this around your waist, and it kind of protects you. It kind of puts a natural protection and guard around you, so that so for those people, because this video is also for future viewers and students across these, you can wear this to kind of not feel some of that empath energy or that outside energy, because sometimes you're just not beat for spirituality. This is a lifestyle. Of course, spirituality is an everyday thing, but when you go outside and you're trying to go to school, you're trying to concentrate on have to fight off, a Debbie Downer that's sitting right next to you, or work. You're trying to protect yourself, and you're trying to stay true to yourself and feel who you are as an individual, not outside individual. But anyways, continuing on. So yeah, continue to the 3 spaces. You get something like this. We did. Jasmine did this earlier. You can put these away, please. This is water deity as well. So, she did it. I'm not gonna go into detail because this is kind of personal for her. As you can see, the mistake that she did. It's darker here, and then it's kind of like a light blue here and a white here. Only reason why this is a little light blue was because she rushed the process. She thought the bottom part was completely solidified, that when she added the white part, because this is what's supposed to be white, she added the white part into it, and it just sunk. It sunk the actual wax, and now it created, sometimes accidents work better for you, because it did create this beautiful light blue effect, a sea foam, so it looks like it's the bottom sea, the top sea, and then the sky. So then we just added here, and you're asking, oh, well, what's the feathers? The feathers, when you add the feather into a spell candle, and when it burns, it lifts the spell. It gives the spell flight and movement to where you're trying to go. Not that you have to add it to everything, but, you go with your instinct. go with your intuition. In this case, our intuition was we should give this spell flight, so let's add some flowers into it and some glitter. I'm kind of allergic to the feathers, so you see me scratching my nose a little bit because of the down, but it's for the good cause, so I kind of just bear through. But yeah, there's nice incense in there. And then we have this one. Chino did this when I helped him. This is for his, we're not going to get into detail what this is, because this is for his personal intent and his personal thing. But yeah, you know, with this, I took individual rose petals, and I just, you know, while the wax was a little, you know, warm, again, you play around with your craft so that you can be comfortable with it. And I actually created a kind of nice little, it looks like a little rose inside with individual thing, and with a little bit of patchouli root just to attract the purpose of his candle. And you know, the point is, while it burns, the rose petals will burn, but it's going to give off this soft, potpourri effect. And that's what you're kind of want. I'm going to put these back here, because we will be lighting this in a second. Can you check the time, because we want to make sure that the timing is right. Because I'm telling you, yesterday I was just talking, and then...
Well, we're at 20 minutes so far.
We're at 20 minutes, okay. So if you can just hand me the two stick, hand me one yellow candle. Stick candle, a small one. And hand me a plate. Yeah, that one's fine. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you a trick with, no, stay over there so you can see. I should have did this yesterday, I'm sorry. But it's okay, we run out of time. There will be a following right after this, because you know me, I am set out to do this for you. Okay, so let's say you want to attract someone, and you don't have a male figure and a female figure candle. So let's say, you know, you have a good girlfriend of yours, or yourself, or you're interested in someone, or you have a crush on someone, or you want to do a good deed and bring, let's say, you knew two people who are friends, and you know, based on gossip, that wasn't even true, they're not friends anymore, now there's animosity, and you know that those two individuals were actually good together. Well, what you would like to do is bring them back. It's doing a good deed. So what I like to do is, I put an arrow, one arrow facing up or in, and then on the opposite side, one, you know, you want two arrows facing each other. Okay. So basically you have two arrows just facing each other. You know, you can put in the initials. So I don't know who, you know, I'll just put a couple that I know. Okay, and then I'll put the other one here. Because again, you will have the initial right under the arrow facing this way, and the other person's initial facing the arrow this way. And anoint it with attraction oil, or you can get cinnamon powder with a little bit of honey and anoint it with that. What you do,
or blood too.
Dragon's blood, yes. You can include dragon's blood in almost every of your spells because it just gives it that natural just empowers the spell a little bit more. Now, a lot of times what I like to do is when I am working spiritually, I always have a main altar candle lit, and any candles that I will be lighting from therefore is directly from this candle. Now, you're literally lighting the end part, and you're like, what? What are you know, how is that even going to work? You know, it's okay. You know, it's a candle. Eventually, once, you know, you get rid of some of that wax, you know, it's going to hit the wick. And then the wick itself, you know, Now we'll catch on. I hope you're, I don't know how this is looking on camera.
Oh, did you show Bradley the different deities we have for him to our guests?
Oh, well, yeah, yesterday the Morgan was with us just because it was night, but it is daytime at the moment. See, you lit this one we have representation for Ishtar and for Marduk, but the end is lit. Now, this alone on a regular, on top of a plate could be a revocation or on top of a candle. We spoke about revocations. You take, a regular glass, not tin, but a regular glass candle, and you fill it with some garlic, cloves, and some salt, black pepper, a little bit of your a penny, fill it with water, and you put the plate over it, you flip it around, and the base, you can light this right on the base, and that is going to, it's a revocation that's going to take away any negativity that somebody's trying to attack you, even if it's spiritual negativity, A lot of times people just they'll throw bad intent in their mind, and sometimes that could be the best and the worst of witchcraft ever, because they're speaking it, they're saying it, and they're speaking it into existence. But, the end is lit. Is you light the other end, so now you have this. You literally just, what happens is it'll burn, and as it gets closer and closer and closer, it's uniting them. It's uniting both parties together. Okay. What else can we show him? Can you Gina, can you just?
We're at 25 right now.
Oh, we're at 25 minutes. So I think we'll keep going. Just give me a little mortar, please. Okay. Give me the petal of mortar, and just give me one of the big candles. Yeah, anyone, doesn't matter. Hand me that. The singing bowl. Yes. Okay. Now, a lot of times, what you can do is you can incorporate charms into your actual thing. So, if you ever want to add like a fish, you can get these charms again. AC Moores, arts and cultures are your friend because these little knickknacks, you may think, oh, they're cute. You can use them in spells. You can use them in gree bags and satchels and resguardos. For fertility, for prosperity, for union. There's tons of things. There's a key when you want to open the door to a home or to a certain project. You have the sword of St. Barbara. You have machetes for African spirits. You have seals of Solomon that sometimes you can find in online or in certain spiritual stores. And this you can literally you can kind of put this and embed it in here or put it in the bottom of the candle, even a glass candle. And you're kind of putting energy into the talisman and stuff, and you can wear it as a talisman.
Also, it's always good to investigate on where the candles should be thrown out, especially if it was a big spell. Some candles you get away with just throwing out in the garbage, but others you need to take to certain places.
Yeah, and you're like, well, how do I figure that out? Well, through meditation, through intuition, through instinct. If you're working with something, you're connected to that energy, so you'll have a general idea. So, let's say with this, the energy that I'm feeling is, well, take the wax and bury it. Once it's done, and take the wax and bury it. Nice tree in a park. Why? You may say, well, if I'm trying to bring friendships together, then I would want to bury it in a nice strong tree by the roots, so that the friendship roots. It grows roots and it flourishes, and because the tree is so strong, it's going to be able to withstand, anything.
Again, details is.
It's all about intuition. Again, there's just a bunch of different things. Oh, a quick tip. You could get a glass of water, put some sea salt, for purification, and get a pair of actual scissors and put it on top. And that gives a representation of you cutting negative energies your way.
Metal scissors, no plastic handles.
Yeah, we don't deal with plastic. Everything, material, anything that gives off action. So if you don't have scissors, you can get 2 butter knives, or two knives or butcher knives, and you can put them cross together. You know, the cross effect is literally cutting away negativity and negative energy. You know.
29.
So 29 minutes. Okay. Well, in this case, I mean, you want to get some hibiscus. I'm going to get just be throwing some hibiscus in here for a quick little spell, because I actually want to incorporate that in. Chino, can you please get me one of those one of those figurines, a couple of those images? Thank you. Now most of the time, you know, again, we were blessed with the fact that we were able to go to a religious iconic store, Botanica.
We're at 30.
And get these actual candles. These are figurine candles. These are 2 ones because you know, for a client of mine, I actually have to bless and attract the relationship between a mother and a daughter. So the pink is a representation of the mother. Red for the representation of my client because she's the one who tends to be a little hard-headed. So what you do is you're going to face these two together on a nice piece of plate, and you're going to burn it far, and you're going to burn it half an inch. You know, you're going to dress it with things of attraction. And every day, you know, you light it for half an hour, meditate on it, drop, and every day you're going to be bringing it, you light it for half an hour, until eventually, you know, it's going to be burned down, and they're going to be facing each other. And hopefully, you know, with the blessings of the gods, they will meet eye to eye, and they will meet, you know, will bring them back into each other's presence, into each other's lives, and things of that nature. Again, you can also do that, you know, if you want to bring 2 lovers together, male candle, female image candle. The only reason why I did that is because this, you can, you know, with your athame and with a knife, you can carve yourself an image. Doesn't have to be perfect because again, it's the intent, and you know what you're doing. And then these 2 candles, you know, candles are the same size, and that can be used for the same spell of every half an inch you'll be attracting. I think that's about time. I feel this went a little bit too fast for some reason, and I feel that I really didn't speak anything but ramble. But we'll continue on in part 3 of Candle Magic with the White Eyes. Thank you.
Thank you.